And who says that terrible things can't happen to awful people?
Where are you going with this?
My buddy, my guy, the cake boss. Okay, I'm only bringing this up because I got a lot of tweets about it when the news broke yesterday.
What happened to the cake boss yesterday?
The guy, the Hoboken bakery, reality show bakery guy, he got arrested in New York for driving drunk.
And you think this guy's a terrible person?
I don't know him personally.
You seem to be taking a lot of joy in this news.
I'm only taking a little bit of joy.
Look at the smile on Jeff's face. You won't see this smile before, after this moment.
Look, it's not like this is all self-inflicted, so I can take joy in it because of the stupidity involved. Like I can't feel bad for someone who drives drunk.
Agreed.
I could feel bad for someone who's addicted to drugs. I could feel someone who's like got mental issues or like problems with the family. But this is all self-inflicted. So it's like I have carte blanche to just be like, ha, you asshole.
But why this guy in particular?
Because I honestly don't even know why I hate him anymore.
You don't even hate. It's like I know I hated him. No. I don't know why, but I still hate him. It all goes
back to Hoboken because his bakery attracts the worst kind of people, and they all like infiltrate my town, and they dirty up the streets with their fanny packs and their garbage that they put everywhere.
Well, there's a bunch of cake boss boxes everywhere when they're done eating.
And it's just like, and you're like going down the train, and you know who's going to the bakery. I'm like, oh, it's that way. I'm like, oh, and I point to the Hudson. I'm like, oh, it's that way.
Just keep walking.
Just keep walking, and
you'll find it.
$70 on a cupcake. You piece of garbage.
So now you think that this kind of this
and his voice is terrible. He's like, hey, I'm the cake boss. Hey, look, I made a cake for the mayor.
Isn't this going to cause more people to show up though?
I don't think so.
Because now he's a criminal.
That doesn't make it more attractive to me.
You don't think so?
Nah.
And I'm like, what happened there?
Nah, I don't think
they're not going to like sell some kind of like rum cakes more or something like that. I kid you not.
DUI cakes.
Yeah, a mugshot with his mugshot. Like that printable, edible paper.
I think he'd make money on it.
Here's the best part of it all. His real name, he goes by Buddy. I forget his real name. What's his freaking real name? It doesn't matter. Is that Buddy Velastro, right? So he's getting arrested, and apparently, allegedly, as he's getting handcuffed and booked, he yells out to the cops, "You can't arrest me. I'm the cake boss."
That sounds like a Batman villain, right?
You'll never get away with it. I'm the cake boss. Here's the deal. He said that because he's supposed to say that. That's how silly this man is. He's a caricature of himself. I'm the cake boss. If I'm the cop, I'm like, who gives a shit, sir?
Even more reason to arrest him.
Yeah,
so you're the cake boss.
Great. Now we're going to make an example out of you.
It's like, tell you what, when we put you in the cell, we'll be like, hey, everybody, do you know who we got? We've got the cake boss right here.
We booked us a big fish, boys.
It's going to get you some dessert for you.
I'm sorry. I don't care that you're the cake boss, sir.
Bartolo Buddy Velastro.
Bartolo, that's his name.
That's his name.
Doesn't matter.
Driving erratically. Was pulled over on 10th Avenue in Lower Manhattan.
Because he was swerving lanes in his Corvette.
Just get a freaking car, man. Why are you driving?
Dude, why?
You have money.
Uber, cab, anything. You have money. They've got a flagship, whatchamacallit, like memorabilia sort of crap store in the base of the Port Authority.
Who does?
The cake boss.
The cake boss?
This guy must be making money that we will never even understand. But he gets drunk and drives in his car.
The criminal complaint.
Endangering the lives of innocent people who don't need to be bothered.
He had a BAC of 0.09%. New York is 0.08%. So he was just
How many
over.
drinks is that?
Couple
beers.
He probably should have waited a couple hours.
Beers?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, he probably just jumped in his car shortly after having a drink or something. But I don't know. It said he was driving crazy, right?
Right.
Yeah, he was swerving, so he should
been,
not have.
Must have been more than that.
He told police he had a couple of drinks.
Well, what would anybody say to that? Well, I've had like 12.
Yeah.
Is that what you're gonna say? I was like, a couple.
You ever see the campaign
No.
with Zach Galifianakis and Will Ferrell.
No, I have not seen that. It looks pretty funny.
Will Ferrell gets pulled over and he's like, I've had 6 or 7 small batch bourbons.
There's more quotes from the Cake Boss. Can you just put me in a cab? He allegedly asked police. You don't have to arrest me. I'm not a bad guy.
Yes, you are. That's the point, dude. You are a bad guy because you drive and you drink and you drive, dude. If you killed someone, no one's showing up at the Cake Boss store, right? I hope not.
I think they show up more. I'm telling you, man.
You think like people? I get it. People want to see like the Amityville house and they want to see like horror houses. And whatnot.
There's cake here. It's not like if this is a murder scene.
It's murder cake.
If you're gonna go, it's not like you're gonna go to where he was arrested and go, oh, can we buy a cake here?
Yeah, nah, you'd be surprised, man.
On 10th Ave.
I mean, they're going to Port Authority. It's the worst place on earth.
That is pretty much hell.
Yeah, right? It's either that or Times Square. Worst place imaginable.
But at least in Times Square, no one's gonna be mulling around like a bunch of idiots. You don't go there on purpose.
I can't really put my finger on it, like why I'm so against tourists coming to Hoboken. And the thing about it is like his store's right when you get into Hoboken from the path. So it's like you don't even take in Hoboken. You go 3 blocks, you buy the cake, you eat it on a bench because that's what you do. Mm-hmm. These people do, and then you leave the town.
Have you had this guy's cake?
I had it before it was big. It's not that good. It's just dude, cake's cake. And there's so many other amazing Italian bakeries in Hoboken. It's like, come on. It was like, why am I going there now? Going to go to the one that's not on TV.
Well, you don't have to worry about this for now.
For now. I don't have to worry about seeing this dude. All right. A lot of news to talk about. We're going to start things right after we hit the opening. It's Friday, November 14th. Let's start the show. Welcome to the 404 Show, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Jeff Bacalar, joined by Buddy's representation.
I'm not representing this scumbag.
Nice. Ayaz Akhtar, Ariel Nunez joining us.
Hello.
Just a few short feet away.
Mm-hmm.
So big news, kids. And this kind of like, I guess it didn't really sneak up on us, but it's here. The studio is nearing completion, and we'll be back in there what it seems like next week.
That's
at some
crazy.
point.
I'm looking forward to seeing this thing done.
It'll be your first time in there, right?
Well, it'll be your first time.
I mean like in an actual...
No, I guessed it like in the last like couple episodes before they threw us out of there.
Right. My brain erases awful memories. So, so that will be a very exciting time for us. So here's how it's going to work. We're probably going to go dark Monday just because of all the final things getting sorted out. And we will report on Twitter and whatever what the situation is, as well as our subreddit. So we'll keep everyone informed as to what's happening. And it's the thing.
It was pretty much empty for the beginning of the week, and now there's like all kinds of activity in there. So it's supposed to be wrapped up. Saturday, people are coming in.
It's crazy.
Ariel's coming in on Saturday,
yes,
right?
Yeah, I am coming in on Saturday.
Well, thank you for
early in the
that,
morning.
man. Appreciate you doing that, buddy.
So you're just not leaving tonight, huh? Just stay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna spend a night, be here all weekend, slumber party.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah,
I got a sleeping bag if you want.
Oh, perfect. I need it.
You could just hang out in the TV lounge and just watch.
Yeah, exactly.
65-inch TVs the whole night.
Yeah,
fantastic.
Doesn't sound
Keep you
bad.
nice and warm.
Moving back into the studio will set forth a brand new sort of era for the show and where it goes into the future. So stay tuned to all that. And it's a very exciting time.
So we don't have to move this table anymore.
Nope.
What a crazy idea.
Nope. Yeah, and we'll try and do like a tour as much
I guess
as
we
we can.
could move the table if we wanted to.
Nah, this table's going to stay
You sure you
here.
didn't want to? Just
I mean, we stole... The only reason it's here because we stole it.
where's it from?
It was from like the first breaking ground of the construction. This was in a room, a couple conference rooms, down there, and I was like, that looks like a good
You
table.
like this tilty table? I like this
Dude,
table.
don't mess
Nice.
with the gravity here.
This is like Star Trek. You can just kind of...
a little bit.
Anyway.
All right, so that's that. Congrats to the 4 winners of the contest. They've been in touch. I don't know if everyone wrote us back, but it sounds like that's well on its way. So thanks and congrats to those guys. Call of Duty next week. We said that. All right, time to get into the stories of the day.
Okay.
Mr. Akhtar.
We want to talk about Jeopardy first?
I know. Well,
What do you want to talk about, sir?
let's do the first thing there. We'll get.
Oh,
into
we got a
Jeopardy
list.
in
You have a
minute.
list that I don't have up. Okay, that's why.
Yeah.
All right, so there's this story.
Okay.
This is exciting. It's on a list, I see.
Okay.
There's this stupid little earpiece you can put in your ear called a BitBite. It's on Kickstarter right now, and what it does is it can actually tell what you're eating, how you're chewing, and the idea is it's a nutrition thing. So there's a video of it. You can see this guy. He's got this earpiece in, and it can detect what you're eating by its sound waves. So if you're eating an apple, it can pick it up. It can figure out what you're doing. It tracks your eating habits, and if they notice that you have like a 10 o'clock eating habit, it might suggest at 9:30 you eat something else.
This isn't real.
This is real. The BitBite.
You can't hear an apple.
What do you mean you can't hear an apple? I can hear an apple in real life. Why
That
couldn't
could
you hear
be
that?
anything.
Like a potato? What are you going to eat that sounds like an apple? A
It could
pear?
be a pear.
But you could probably correct it in the app, you know.
I don't know, man. No, come on. Who are you to put a diet monitoring thing in your ear?
Also, it is a Bluetooth earpiece, so if you wanted to make calls on it, it's got another function.
BitBite. It's just like, of course it's called the BitBite. That's what you call your product.
I just wonder how
Now.
it picks up quiet foods like cake.
Yeah, I'm
Can't
eating
really-
spaghetti. What's up?
Well, that's a slurping sound.
No way. I don't slurp when I eat.
It's
it.
gonna like buzz your ear. Like no, improper
This-
form.
But you understand, like like we've clearly already debunked it. Most food is silent.
Well, it doesn't just do. It can actually detect the movement of your jaw.
And come on.
What? It can tell how often you're chewing. I'm not making this stuff up. This is what they're claiming this little thing can do.
Come on.
Your argument, while incredibly valid,
It is. No, it's self-explanatory. What else is it supposed to do?
I think it's just that. It's just a nutrition buddy. It just tells you, hey, don't eat that stuff. I don't think it has a voice or anything.
Yet everyone chews differently, man. What if I'm chewing gum?
I don't know. I think you'll totally break it at that point. I have no idea what happens with gum. This is a really good question.
Can't hear me eating a donut.
You silently eat donuts?
I don't. It's not audible.
Pretty sure it's audible, especially
No one's
in
ever
your,
been like, Jeff, sounds like you're having a donut. Maybe because I'm just like,
So do you want something to be able to smell what you're eating? Is that what you're looking for?
It's just not the way to do it. What was that product where you could like point a laser at it and it knew what it was? Like the
I don't know.
molecular composition?
I don't know what you're talking
Yeah.
about. No.
Yeah.
No idea.
No, that's a real thing.
That's a real thing you can buy.
It was a Kickstarter also. It was.
Did it actually like come into fruition?
I think it did. It was like this Bluetooth thing. It was like a little laser you put on your keychain. Look it up. I can't remember it, but look it up.
It's not like you just made it up.
I didn't.
These guys need, for BitBite, they need $60,000 for their goal. They got 28 days left. They've got about almost 40,000.
They're going to do it.
They're going to do it. I think it's not bad. I mean, if you need this thing in your ear to check, like you're eating too quickly or something, I mean, seems like
know
it's a
what?
little unusual.
I wish them all the luck in the world. I really do. Get in on this fad while you can, because it's ending. Because none of this shit works. There's nothing that proves that any sort of fitness band or pedometer or whatever the hell it is you got on your wrist improves your overall well-being. There's no evidence. There's no evidence. Have you seen one independent study?
No, I also
Like when we do it, we don't say like, oh, our reviewer lost 30 pounds in the course of a year using the Microsoft Band. No, because it's all unproven crap.
We should try that though. We just have to hire someone for like a year just to do that.
Graziano, he's a workout nut. Well, not
Right, but then he
nut,
got injured.
No,
It broke his freaking
he's
foot.
off
He
the
couldn't
mend,
do a
man.
damn thing.
He's off the mend. He's back in it.
He was on the mend.
Right, so he's off it now. Because on the mend is when you're healing. He's off the mend. He's not mending anymore.
Okay, I'll go with this.
Thanks, bud. So he's back. He's gonna, I think he's starting to review some of this wearable stuff.
So we'll find out if he loses 30 pounds.
It's just right. Like, how can you justify it? Justify.
I just want to see
spending all that.
somebody having all of these stupid things on them. The earpiece, like the 12 wristbands.
Right.
And what else? Like the one that goes across the chest for your heart rate.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh,
That's an old style one.
yeah.
Those are really accurate. Go figure. If you want an actual accurate one, you have to look like a fool because it goes across your chest.
It's like, I mean, I get it. I know the ones that monitor your resting heartbeat and your active heartbeat, whatever it is. But like once you have all that information, and as well as the device can do to present that information to you in a useful manner, like what else can it do? Okay, so I have one of these wearable things. I got the thing in my ear, whatever. I got my heartbeat. I know this. I know that. what do? I have to start taking prescription medication to lower my blood pressure? Like, is it help me correct any of that?
I think you're worried about the apps. But when you look at this, this is effortless weight management. Look at this lady.
Effortless.
She's stressed.
That looks so effortless.
She's so stressed. She needs the
She's got
BitBite.
flying
she doesn't
donuts
have
coming
it.
out her face.
That's her
why.
problem. This is the you can
That's
eat healthier.
after.
I mean, I'm telling you, this is going to be the
What about
big thing.
drinks?
Yeah, what about drinks? Ariel's filled with nothing but quality questions.
He just constantly
What about
drinking-
drinks? I'm having a milkshake.
Yeah, I'm
What's
gonna drink
up?
sodas all day.
Yeah.
He'll say that I'm drinking water.
It'll be like, well, what if I drink water through a straw?
I love how you guys ask me the questions as if I represent BitBite. I have no freaking idea why they're making this stupid thing.
It's your fault.
It is. You're right. I decided to make
brought
my
the
own
story-
video.
You brought the story to the show. You therefore represent.
That must be it. It's not like I can ever rag on something dumb.
No.
But-
You're not allowed.
Oh crap! I've made a huge
Only
mistake.
Ariel and I can do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Know your role.
I will enjoy. Wait. So I'm supposed to enjoy things?
Yeah.
So you guys can just shit on them.
The
You
way it
set them up,
goes.
we knock them down. Okay.
Magnifique.
That's how
I
it's
like
gonna
where
go.
this is going.
Okay, here's a weird story. I have this fascination with Jeopardy, mostly with the interactions that they do, like that painful ass little mini interview that Trebek does.
Like,
coming
so,
back,
hi.
is he coming back from the thing? That like, if there was a hell, right? I would imagine it would just be having to watch Jeopardy participant mini interviews
With their
where
amazing
Alex
skills.
pretends to give a shit about what Sally does in Oregon
Like-
because she doesn't.
Like, so
no
I-
one does.
I hear you grow snow peas. Snow- how do you get into snow
the
peas?
best is when, like, if I'm on Jeopardy, I'm gonna tell him something, marginally amazing about my life, right? Be like, whatever it is, I wouldn't even know what to do.
It never sounds
But
as
it's
cool as I think.
super underwhelming, and they pick the most mundane things to talk about.
You can't offend anybody on Jeopardy. You got older people
It's
watching
just like
shows.
they're like, and Richard, it says here you took a plane to get here. What was that?
What was that like?
It's crazy. It's crazy. Anyway, at the end of the show after Final Jeopardy, there's like a little huddle,
Yes, a little
and Trebek
powwow.
and the three contestants.
Music runs.
They sort of have this muted conversation. You ever like wonder what it is they're talking about?
Yes, I do. Wonder this constantly.
Well, here is what it sounds like at the end of the
Jim, what was your daily double that you hit?
Sorry?
What was the daily double you hit?
The one I got right was Brasilia. The one I got wrong was spine.
Spine. That was
Yeah.
a tough one. Yeah.
I should have.
But Brazil, I mean, when I saw that clue this morning, I said, how many people know where Belém is?
Yeah, I'd heard of it.
That's not exactly something that, London, Paris, Florence, Belém. Huh? Got to be in Asia. It's got to be where? Who knows?
Dude, Alex Trebek's so holier than thou, man. You don't know all this stuff. All that dude does is act like he knows all of the right answers all the time.
Right, that is his job.
But he's got the answers in front of him.
Well, yeah,
I'm
of
sorry,
course
the
he knows.
questions in front of him.
I love that correction. I just wonder how on
It's
earth
just so stupid.
But
He's
he's
like,
still-
I bet you were thinking.
he's still trying to feign interest in these people. You got to imagine these
You
people
don't
are
think
like,
South America, but that was good. So now I don't know about the wagering. If you had been wrong, she'd have won the game with 9,100.
Really?
9,100. I don't know.
I would have had more than double. I
Yeah.
shifted twice.
I know.
Fun never
But,
ends on the set of Jeopardy at the end.
he's
there.
got to feign interest. These people will never meet him again. Or if they're in a tournament, they'll see him like, 5 times in the course of a day because
It's
they tape
just-
5 in a row. It just has to be like,
I guess it's as bleak and as boring as I feared it would be.
Well-
And that's like I thought maybe it'd be like, have you guys seen Birdman yet? Like I thought maybe it'd be something more entertaining, but it's not.
I
It's
don't
just
see-
like super boring.
because
crap.
Alex doesn't give a damn about these people, whether they live or die or survive the episode.
Yeah.
He's like, what actually do I know about these people? I know that you tried a daily double.
You should have
So,
wagered more.
I paid attention to that.
Yeah.
I also remember the number that what your wager was, and that's about it. I don't know anything about you, but we're gonna talk as if because we have to stand here.
But it's such awkward banter. I love it.
I think should they just all stay at their podiums?
Yeah.
And just stare at each other from across the way. Just be like, you.
I'm just glad he wasn't telling them about like an overactive prostate or something like that.
Hey, that's only one video
Like,
clip.
I have this creak in my back.
I'm pretty sure that would have been let out somewhere.
Yeah,
You
I'm
would have
sure
seen
he
that.
might have to do a little TMI with these people. I don't know why this always happens, but we always kind of talk about this one historical event that happened in 1986, the Challenger explosion. New information surrounding this horrific day in space travel has come to light, and it's bizarre, and it's awkward, and it's weird, and, well, kind of perfect for our show.
Yeah, so CBC News actually had this profile on the guy who plays Big Bird. And sorry to spoil that, folks. There's a person inside the suit, Carol Spinney. He spent 45 years as Big Bird. So that's pretty cool. But in this interview he has with CBC's Information Morning St. John, he explains how he was offered a seat as Big Bird on Challenger in 1986 in a bid to get children more interested in the NASA program when Star Wars was all the rage. And apparently there wasn't enough room for the costume because it's 8 feet tall. So he had to not go. That's why Big Bird wasn't on the Challenger, is because he was too big. Could you have any idea how screwed up your childhood memories would be if you saw Big Bird walking, that platform over?
Like the slow motion Armageddon thing.
Right. You're seeing him do this, and I guess he's got to have his own spacesuit. He's got an 8-foot spacesuit on Big Bird going into this thing. And this thing blows up.
And you're being told the whole time, like as it's launching, hey kids, Big Bird's on that. Big Bird's on that.
Hey
Big
kids,
Bird's on
you want to get into space
Big
travel?
Bird's on that.
Space travel. It's going to be fun. Big Bird's doing it.
That would have changed a lot. I
Yeah.
think it would have right?
He wouldn't have been able to be on the show anymore, right?
That's
right?
technically that. Well,
they
that
could have
guy, they
replaced
would have
him.
made another Big Bird costume.
don't
Would they
know,
have?
man.
No,
But
that's a
this
really
is
good question.
witnessed it.
Because they had Mr. Hooper's death, right? Mr.
You're
Hooper
No,
died.
Ariel's right. Continuity wouldn't have allowed.
Yeah, exactly.
Like in the episode where Big Bird goes to space, doesn't work out.
Did
for
it
Big
work?
Bird.
Did it get back okay? It's like, no. No, he didn't.
You just see Oscar the Grouch like mourning. I'm sorry.
That would explain.
bad.
That could
Grouchier.
be like a
I
retcon
don't
that
know-
explains why he's so grouchy. He's just like, man.
I don't know why I have such a hard time. Yeah, clearly you can't laugh at it because it was such
It's
a
just
terrible
lucky.
event. But this story is truly bizarre.
He says that we were taping another episode of Sesame Street at the time it went up, and they said the ship's about to take off, so we're going to punch the broadcast of the takeoff onto the monitors and the set. So we stopped working and watched the monitors, and when we saw it blow up, it was like my scalp crawled. Says Spinney.
That's messed up, man.
That's got to be.
Crazy.
I mean, he's got to feel lucky every day that he
it's-
wasn't on that.
It's akin to someone who was supposed to be on a plane on 9/11.
Yeah.
you know?
But this is way weirder.
It's very sure the circumstances.
Who knew that Big Bird was
Super
even
strange.
invited? That was the first thing. Like, oh yeah, you want to go into space? Sure. Are you an astronaut? No.
There's no. Yeah,
You're just Big Bird.
Aren't
So-
there like a series of tests and like equivalencies that you have to
Like, you have
qualify
to be
for?
super physically fit to go into space.
and mentally sound. Like I would imagine space travel is among the more mentally traumatizing things.
I
anyone
would
could
think
do.
a guy who dresses as an 8-foot bird is
Could handle
completely
it?
mentally sane enough to handle anything.
He
considering the
spent
amount-
half his life inside of a fake bird.
claustrophobia, no issue.
That's true.
Crazy little kids all the time, no issue.
Well, no, yeah,
We never heard of Carol Spinney punching anybody in the face yet.
insane.
Drunk driving, no.
I couldn't do it. I've thought about it.
Go back in time to go to the Challenger.
No, wasn't talking about that specific time travel scenario.
Oh, okay.
It's talking about like actually going into space. I do not believe I could handle it. I don't think I could handle it. I don't think I could handle it where like I'm in space orbiting Earth and looking down at my home planet. I just don't. I would go. I would have space madness.
I think you'd be fine.
I don't know, man.
It depends on the actual flight. Like if it's like the
Not just
astronaut
anyone
stuff,
can go up into space. There's only been a handful of people who've
well, they're
gone
working
into
on that to make it more simple.
totally different. Like I couldn't be on Apollo 11, 13, whatever it was. You know, the good one, the bad one.
That's true. You shouldn't be on those.
You know,
Yeah,
like-
being an astronaut seems pretty rough. I think I was learning about it. Like, oh, by the way, when they have to pee, they have catheters. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, you know what? That's right there. That forget it. I don't care about the explosion aspects. I'm like, I don't want to do that.
the least of your problem.
No, if I'm gonna go into space, I might as well just enjoy myself.
Are you kidding? Why didn't you go into space, Ayaz? You had the
Catheter.
opportunity. Didn't want a catheter.
No, it's also why I don't want to go to jail.
That's crazy. For me, like, I'm terrified by like massive darkness. I'm terrified of when I was on a cruise ship, and I people know this, and I went like on the deck at nighttime, just
Black.
looking into the vastness of the black ocean. It's this horrific feeling I get, and I can't imagine space being any more welcoming.
It's not like they're gonna take you up there
Doesn't
and then
I feel
chuck
like
you
I'm gonna
out.
get sucked. Yeah, they're
They're just gonna open the door.
and
Jeff,
just-
get out. Just go check outside.
and
Just
just
go.
like no oxygen to me. Like that's important. It freaks me out, man. Come on, no one.
No,
one else?
I'm right there with you.
Yeah, man.
No, I
Terrifying.
want
Scare
to
the
try.
crap
I
out
want to
of
try
me.
the actual like
Terrifying.
like the Virgin Galactic stuff. That seems like it's way simpler.
Oh yeah, that worked out real well the other day.
How many times is this gonna happen? It's gonna happen a couple of times, right? It happened with planes. It'll happen
Sure.
with this.
I'm in it for the thrill of the launch in the same way I'm in it for like going to Great Adventure,
Okay.
going to Six Flags on a roller coaster. I'm in it for that. Once I leave this planet, not so sure.
I kind of want to see the Earth like that and see the curvature of
Like
the
that's what
place.
I'm saying. I wouldn't be able to process it. It would cause my brain to turn to jelly, and I just could not deal with it.
How would that be different than now?
Yeah. No, not gonna go.
Not to mention the whole gravity thing. I'm
Yeah.
kind of used to that.
I've
been a fan of that for a couple decades.
It took me a while to get used to it, but I quite enjoyed it. I want to try the vomit comet.
Pretty psyched about gravity.
Pretty expensive.
If I want zero gravity, I'll do that skydiving
Yeah,
simulation.
give that
thing.
a try first.
Yeah, dude.
The simulator. might-
Don't smirk
I've done.
judgingly at
Yeah.
that.
Have you actually gone skydiving?
No.
Go skydiving. It's way more
Stacy
fun
did
than
it. I'm
just
not
stand
doing
over
it.
here. And
I don't know.
wanna-
I just have no desire to do it.
And that's also not like zero gravity because you're getting like hit with air,
Right. No. Yeah.
as opposed to just floating around.
Yeah.
Because normally when you
Well,
see people
can't you-
floating around, they're not like.
Can't they do a thing with a standard plane and like with the G's?
Yeah, the vomit
Yeah,
comet.
they do that.
That I wanna do.
I would do that.
You would do that?
Yeah, I'd do that.
Okay. I think they had the MythBusters on there, and they had like just stuff flying.
What were they
across the way.
busting?
I don't remember.
Okay.
Moon landing?
All right.
I'll say moon landing.
That's not fair.
What do you mean?
That really happened. Yeah, how are you gonna bust that myth?
They tried to, if you want the boring story, they tried to recreate it using film techniques they knew and
Oh,
showed how it
okay.
was impossible to fake it.
Gotcha.
That was the key.
Yeah, they proved it was true. I saw
Yeah.
that one.
That's pretty great
There you go. Not faked.
because the jury's been out about that one. All right.
Fans of
Again,
Cake Boss.
McDonald's back on our radar, not because they've hired a MythBuster. Man, that I still just like
You and the McRib, huh?
people. What's that?
The McRib again?
Yeah. What about the McRib?
What are you talking about?
Yeah. Well, they had that Imahara guy, right?
Yeah.
And he had to go around and basically prove to people that this was food.
Yeah.
Like I think you're in a bad situation when you got to prove to everyone that what your restaurant serves food
McDonald's in particular has got a pretty good reputation for having like really bizarre kinds of foods.
ingredients. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, that pink slime, that was this thing. And that's what
Right.
people freak out about.
Right.
And they're like, no, it's not pink slime.
So why are they back in the news?
Okay, apparently McDonald's, this is another effort to get kids. They want to get kids who are into health. So what do? They made broccoli that tasted like bubblegum. Okay? Apparently nobody wanted to eat this. It was a huge failure. It was a test. They wanted to see if kids would get into this. The CEO was defending it like, hey, we were trying to give people options. That's what we wanted to do.
That is not an option. That is a radical, crazy idea. That's not an option. An option is like with cheese or without cheese. Not, would you like this broccoli to taste like bubblegum? Because we can do that.
But why would you want to taste like bubblegum in the first
I
place?
know.
Because bubblegum is not something you're supposed to eat in the first
No,
place, right?
exactly.
You're supposed to chew this thing and then go, wait, if I swallow it, something bad happens. That's bubblegum. So this is the wrong thing. So if you're gonna make it taste like something,
Yeah.
make it something you're supposed to eat.
Yeah.
Like
This
Play-Doh.
bubble-
No.
This,
If you want kids to eat it, make it taste like Play-Doh.
We made these green beans taste like toothpaste.
Well,
What?
yeah.
That's
doesn't-
not appealing to you?
Does it make sense to you? Of course, it's the way.
A mouthwash milkshake.
You just spit it right out.
I just love the idea that they tried it and they were successful in making broccoli bubblegum.
Well, have you ever seen like the food chemist sort of process?
Yeah, where they actually have the eyedroppers of stuff and like taste this piece of cracker. This tastes like beef.
Yeah. Well, it's so weird. They're able to basically create any taste known to man. And the ingredients that make up those tastes are almost always never made up of what you think
Like
they
the
should
pumpkin
be.
spice stuff.
Yeah, which is just like
Cinnamon.
something else. All
Should've
right.
made it taste like chicken
I would
nuggets, man.
But I would still like, yes, we're making fun of this and it's a silly, terrible idea. I still want to try it though. It's broccoli. Like that's good. I like broccoli. Right?
It's gonna be a weird mouthfeel though.
Yeah, I
because
think
like
so.
a crunchy bubblegum is not something I'm
Oh my
used to,
God,
unless there's Tops bubble. You remember the old Tops bubblegum things that came with baseball cards?
Right.
The things that shatter and cut your teeth,
Oh yeah.
God.
cut your roof of your
I
mouth.
didn't. I never liked the fact that gum was just pressed up against the last card in the pack.
Yeah.
Dude, I was hoping like,
There was no
is
separation.
this a good guy that's been touching my gum the whole time? You're like,
Yeah.
"Nah, I don't like the guy. He's a sleazy
Why
guy."
couldn't they just put maybe just a thin piece of tissue paper?
It had powder on it to keep it safe. Clearly, it was okay.
Man, this ages us because there's a lot of strange candy that we're privy to, like the cigarette gum.
That was awesome. I loved
That
those.
was.
You could blow the sugar out.
Yeah.
Think about how effed up that
I
is.
used to get that at King's Plaza in Brooklyn.
Yeah,
But you got Mad Magazine and candy cigarettes.
Right.
That's what I would buy
so weird.
weekly.
What about Big League Chew? Is that still
Hell
around?
yeah. I think that's still around.
I used to love that.
Yeah, the pseudo tobacco.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like,
I
yeah.
would just put such a gigantic wad in my mouth.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, okay, and then you'd open up the bag later and you're like, there's like half
Yeah,
of like a little smidge of it. I feel like,
I loved. What was it? It was the bubble tape.
bubble
Oh,
tape.
yeah.
Yeah,
6
that was
feet
nice.
of bubble gum.
Did you ever just
For
like
you,
Not
just take it out?
There you go. That's what I'm talking
You ever just
about.
take it out and just take a bite out of the damn thing?
No.
Yeah.
That's
You got to try that.
that's just the wrong way to do it.
I know,
Breaking
it's
the
just
rules,
like-
man.
I know.
It's
right?
like
Who
eating
the hell
an-
do you think you are?
Hey man, I was a trailblazer, a stupid person who was like, hey, I'm gonna try out this tape. Okay, I get it, because I would try to get more and more tape anyway.
Right.
Let's just go take it out like a puck and.
Just take a bite of that.
Well, it ruined the actual
it
thing.
was
Obviously,
no longer
you
bubble
couldn't
tape.
just pull the tape anymore, but you had concentric circles.
What else? What else was there that was super?
I still like the
wacky?
little orange juice, little orange juice
Oh, the
containers.
cartons of
They were like
gum?
little rocks of gum.
Yeah, that
they
was
still
really
exist. They tasted great for like 10 seconds,
Right.
and then you're like, I want more.
Yeah, I hate. I still have that problem with gum. I go in and out of phases with gum, and if I get one that's just like loses the flavor after 5 seconds, I'm like, man, it's 2014. You guys haven't figured out gum
I
yet.
think they did. That's the point. They
Yeah?
want you to lose the taste.
That's probably right.
Because there's like Stride, and that thing never loses taste. No, they're not paying us, but I've had it, and it just doesn't ever end.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Maybe I'll try.
I
That.
almost choked on gum the other day. That was fun.
Oh, what a terrible.
I
way
was
to go.
exercising, and then I took a huge.
What's the worst way to go? Being dressed as Big Bird, dying in the Challenger explosion.
That's
Or
an epic way- no, that is
or
the-
choking on Stride gum.
being Big Bird and then dying on a spaceship.
sad. That's a sad way to go.
But that's an epic way. It's like,
No,
it's like
epic's the wrong word.
How did
That's
Carol
sad.
die? People would ask. Well, he was dressed as Big Bird going into space when it exploded.
Right. That's
The rocket
terrible.
exploded.
Oh,
That's
terrible.
crazy.
Yeah.
How did Ayaz die? Well, he was trying to lose some weight. He took a huge inhale. The gum lodged itself in his throat, and then he died. Found later with his dogs licking him. That is not the way to die.
A BitBite in his ear.
I've noticed you've stopped chewing. I've noticed you've stopped chewing.
And
Are you
breathing.
okay?
And breathing.
Are you okay?
And your heart seems to have stopped.
It sounds like you're dead. It's not like it's clippy. That'd be.
That's funny. All right. I think that's where we'll end it for today.
Yes. So
for
if
this
I'm dead
week.
next week, you know why.
We know why.
I also no longer chew gum while I exercise.
It was the gum that finally did him in. 866-404-CNET. Send us your Ocho videos.
Do it. I'm on Ocho. Are you on
Follow-
Ocho?
I don't have. It's not on Android yet.
So you're not on Ocho. Ayaz on Ocho. You got Ariel
Yeah,
on Ocho.
REL. Just REL. REL.
I got maybe I get it on my iPad. Is that a thing?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
could do
I'm sure
that.
You could do that.
All right, I'll do that.
You can leave videos and like let us know what you think about stuff, even with voiceovers.
I'll tell you this.
8 seconds.
I'll tell you this. We haven't gotten a video voicemail, we used to call them, in a while. And first person that sends us like a good one, I'll send you something fun. How about that?
Nice.
I'll send you a T-shirt and stickers. Okay?
You're gonna buy this.
No, I have it.
No. I mean, you're gonna buy these people.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy them. I want
Okay.
to buy their, but like, I'm not just gonna give it to the first one who sends a video. It's got to be good,
Gotcha.
and good is completely
Relative.
subjective.
So we have like nothing. We've gotten crap. Nothing has been better than crap. So you got to be better than.
better than
Nothing.
nothing. You got to leap over. You got to leapfrog crap.
That's all it takes.
That's it.
And Jeff will send you some crap.
Join our subreddit, reddit.com/r/the404. Subscribe everywhere you can, and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Again, Monday, nothing, but we'll be in communication whether or not we'll have a show on Tuesday, and then hopefully things are back to normal very soon in the brand new studio. Until then, have a fantastic weekend. We'll see you next time. I'm Jeff Bacalar.
I'm Maya Zakhtar.
I'm Ariel Nunez.
This has been the 404 Show High Tech Lowbrow. We'll see you soon.